You won't believe what I'm about to tell you, because this is the one phone call Turkish social media has been waiting for, whispering about, crying over, and analyzing for years. Sıla Türkoğlu has finally revealed that Halil İbrahim Ceyhan called her back after a long, painful silence, and this single moment has turned the entire celebrity world upside down. Before we dive in, hit subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment. Because what you're about to hear is the kind of story that keeps a channel alive and growing, and trust me, you won't want to miss the next chapter. Sıla's confession, delivered quietly yet with unmistakable emotional weight, has become the most explosive development in the never-ending saga of heartbreak, separation, jealousy, and unresolved love between her and Halil. The moment she said, yes, he finally called, the internet collapsed into chaos. Fans gasped. Paparazzi tightened their lenses. Gossip pages refreshed their headlines every 10 minutes. And everyone collectively felt that familiar electricity, the kind that only Sıla and Halil can create when their names appear in the same sentence after years of distance. No one expected this reunion, not after the dramatic fallout, the public silence, and the rumors of endless tension between their families, friends, and inner circles. For years, everyone believed the door was closed forever. But the truth is never that simple, especially not when deep emotions are involved, the kind of emotions that never fully die, even when people pretend they've moved on. According to whispers from sources close to the actors, Halil's phone call wasn't accidental, wasn't casual, and wasn't merely polite. It carried the tone of a man who still carries unfinished stories in his heart. A man who finally surrendered to the pressure of memories, regrets, and emotions he could no longer bury. And Sıla's response? That's where the real drama begins, because she didn't deny the tremble in her voice, she didn't hide her shock, and she didn't pretend the call meant nothing. She admitted it affected her. She admitted it left her unsettled. And she admitted that after all the years apart, hearing Halil's voice again felt like a door opening that I thought was locked forever. Fans immediately began dissecting the emotional layers behind those words. Was this nostalgia? Was it unfinished love? Was it a moment of weakness? Or was it, as some claim, destiny pulling them back together, whether they want it or not? The paparazzi narrative is even messier. Some insiders insist Halil made that call because he recently faced a period of loneliness and regret. Others claim he had a major argument with someone in his inner circle, prompting him to reach out to the one person he once trusted more than anyone else. And then there are those who say the call happened because of jealousy, a fiery spark reignited when Halil saw Sıla being linked to new people, new rumors, and new career highs. One particular rumor alleges that Halil felt replaced, and the feeling hit him harder than he expected. But that's not all, because this story doesn't end with a phone call. It only begins there. Friends of Sıla have reportedly said she was shaken to her core after the unexpected contact, pacing around her apartment, replaying the conversation, and debating whether she should tell anyone that it happened. The emotional weight was visible in her gestures, her pauses, and the way she breathed when describing it. Even through her attempts to appear calm, that soft vulnerability slipped through, the vulnerability that made fans remember how deeply she once cared about Halil. Some claim her family reacted with mixed feelings. While some relatives were protective and wary, fearing the emotional turmoil Halil once caused, others quietly hoped this call meant closure, healing, or maybe even reconciliation. That split reaction only added more fuel to the media frenzy, with headlines speculating that Sıla's family would prefer she stay far away from old wounds. Meanwhile, Halil's family has been rumored to hold strong opinions of their own. Certain whispers say they believe Sıla moved on too publicly, while others argue that Halil has never truly let go of her, no matter how many years have passed. This tension, real or exaggerated, has been one of the biggest sources of speculation, especially now that the two are suddenly back in contact. Social media has become a battleground. Fans who spent years mourning their separation exploded into emotional celebration. Some cried. Some screamed. Some wrote paragraphs about how this was the miracle they'd prayed for. Others were cautious, warning that reopening old wounds can destroy people even more deeply the second time around. But the loudest reactions came from those who always believed the love between Sıla and Halil was too strong to dissolve completely. These fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with videos, edits, and heartfelt comments, claiming this was the sign they'd been waiting for. The proof that destiny wasn't done with them yet. Paparazzi got involved immediately, tailing both of them relentlessly, watching for any sign that the call might evolve into something more. Rumors quickly began spreading that Halil wanted to meet face-to-face. Some insiders even claimed he suggested it during the call, though Sıla hesitated, unsure if she was ready. But why now? Why after years? The whispers vary wildly. Some say Halil recently faced a personal crisis that made him rethink his past. Others claim a mutual friend intervened behind the scenes, encouraging him to reach out. A few even suggest that Halil accidentally came across an old message, photo, or memory that reopened everything he tried to bury. And then there's the darkest rumor, the one that tabloids love the most. Some insist that a woman in Halil's life became jealous of his unresolved feelings for Sıla, sparking tension that finally pushed him to confront the truth. If that rumor is true, then jealousy is once again shaping the path of their story, just as it did in the past. As the emotional storm grows louder, fans continue watching every movement, every post, every silence. Even the absence of information becomes a headline. Every day, new theories emerge. Did Sıla call him back again? Did they text afterward? Did Halil apologize for the past? Did they talk about unresolved pain, love, or betrayal? No one knows. But everyone is desperate to find out. Meanwhile, Sıla has been subtly more emotional lately, hiding her expressions but not fully masking them. Her eyes look softer in recent appearances, her tone slightly more reflective. Those who know her well say she's been thinking nonstop, attempting to balance her heart with her logic. Halil, on the other hand, has been spotted in quieter moods, avoiding the usual public energy he carries. His friends reportedly say he's been lost in thought, and that the call to Sıla was the bravest thing he's done in a long time. Media outlets are predicting a second meeting. Paparazzi are preparing for another era of public fascination. And fans are waiting, hearts racing, believing or fearing that this story is not over. If this is the beginning of something new, it could rewrite everything. If it's the end, it might finally bring closure to the emotional saga that has captivated millions. But one thing is certain, this phone call has awakened emotions, controversies, jealousies, and memories that were never truly gone. And now, both Sıla and Halil must face a truth they avoided for years, that the past isn't finished with them. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment below. Your support keeps this story alive, and trust me, the next chapter is coming, and it's going to be even more dramatic than this one.